FXG here with the PGA lineup coming up for the John Deere Classic here in a couple days. I didn't do a lineup last week. It was 4th of July. I didn't do too much research. I think I had a couple guys still miscut, so it was a good thing. And then the week before that, I also had a couple other guys miscut. Steele and DeLeat, some pretty chalky guys with great course history and pretty decent recent form. Both of them guys missed a cut. However, in some of the contests, Steele was up to 60+% owned, so it was possible to still cash in some not probably not G maybe it depends on the GPP. There was a couple GPPs where it was possible, but in the double ups it was easily able to cash in some of the lower $5 or $10 ones and lower. I'm not sure about I think there's $25 double ups. I don't do them ones too often. I would rather just risk some GPPs, honestly. Well, let's go ahead and get started with this week. Very, very weak field. I know a lot of people have said that like last couple weeks have been weak, but this week right here is probably the weakest all year. And I'm sure a ton of people are going to be flocking to Daniel Berger. He has no course history here, but he's a birdie monster when it comes to some courses like this. Whenever it's just, and whenever you go under like 13, 14, 15 plus, stuff like that, he does very well. So I do not have him in my lineup this week. I'm going with Brian Harman. I feel like he's going to be a little bit lower owned, and he's won here before, and that's one of the main reasons. He did miscut here last year, but before that, 21st, first, 133 miscut in 19th. I think he could do very well here and possibly win. And then I also like Hoffman, another guy that doesn't have fantastic course history here, except for in 2010 and 2009, which is quite a while back. 2013, 98 with a miscut, and 2012 with 77th, and then didn't play in those other 3 years. Another guy I really like is who has pretty good course history here is Scott Brown. I feel like he's going to be under 6 or 7%, hopefully. His recent form is not amazing, and he did do decent here at the Invitational. He does miss some cuts, but as you can see, his course history: 16th, 89th, 5th, 22, and 7th. I feel like he can definitely have a very high upside, and he definitely should make the cut. So someone at 7K, low percent owned, that's a good way to go. Next, I want to go somebody that a lot of people are talking about is Wesley Bryan. He shouldn't be this cheap, a PGA winner this this year at the Heritage. Been a few months, but he has been out of form a little bit. He has just one course history. He did finish 8th here last year, so I feel like he could be a pretty good play. Then I want to go down to Campbell at 7,600. I think it's very possible he could win 34th, 10th cut, 9th. I think the Travelers Championship, he just had barely missed a cut, if I'm not mistaken, by 2 strokes, something like that. And then my last guy, somebody that's been hurt for a little bit, but he was looking decent at the Greenbrier last week for 29th. He was, I don't know if he was really hurt at the Quicken Loans, but I know he was definitely hurt in the 3 before that. But I'm thinking he could have still been hurt a little bit in the Quicken Loans, and he's going to come back into form and keep going with that. JJ Spawn, he has a pretty good upside as well. I think he could. I mean, I'm not pulling it out that he could possibly win even in this field. In my spreadsheet, I didn't really do much details and everything. It's going to be a birdie fest. A lot of these guys are pretty high on their birdies. I think 4 or 5 of them at least are are pretty high up there in the birdies within the last 5 or 6 tournaments. If some people really didn't, they're not big on Harmon and Hoffman, I have been like go Daniel Berger and CH3. It's also a good lineup. I do also like Nick Watney a little bit. I think he could top 15 or so. His course history, probably shouldn't be showing this on YouTube because Fantasy Fanatics may get mad. So I'm just going to look at this one real quick. 27 and 13th at the here in the past. He's 7,900. He's looking at to be around 10% owned. I think he's going to be lower than that. Um, Dirt McGirt, he's not too bad. He's just a hit or miss here. He's probably going to make the cut, but if he getting only 50 or 60 points may not be too good. I mean, maybe for 7,700. Grayson Murray, I've been considering. He was supposedly sick. Before that, 10 straight cuts. He could also be a good choice over if you don't want to play JJ Spawn. I do also like Ben Martin, but he was in my original lineup, but I changed him out a little bit because I wanted to work in a little bit higher of a higher salary guy that could possibly do a bit better, and Bud Colley. Those are the main guys. I like. Well, I guess I might as well throw in Kevin Na since everybody else is. I mean, I feel like he's gonna screw up this week. Everybody's on him big time, so I just feel like he's gonna end up letting everybody down. That's it this week for the John Deere. However, I do have a small sneak peek on the U.S. Open. I feel like Brian Harman. I do really like Brian Harman. Him at 6,600, he probably will be uber chalk. And then John Rahm with that, look at what he did at the Euro. I mean, that 160 points. Probably will never see something like that again. If we ever have before, I don't know. But that's pretty incredible. I had him in my Euro tournament last week, and he helped me in all my double ups. I didn't really enter much GPPs. Mark Leishman, he's also kind of cheap, I had thought. I think I really like Ricky Fowler, John Ram, and Reed as the possible winner. I mean, this field is loaded. I am not messing with Johnson at all. I do like Spieth a little bit. I mean, I could go on all day with some of these players that I like just because it's a loaded field here in what is it, the Irish Open? I'm pretty sure. Uh, in Ireland. But I mean, I might do a new lineup for it later on next week or so. But that's gonna be it this week, guys. Peace out.